Hey everyone, King of Miami here in Hexagon Falls. I want to take this quick time to show you a quick tutorial of how you can use scripting with Text Gizmos to optimize how many gizmos you have to use for text, as well as you don't have to type everything into the Text Gizmo little box, and then if you want to change something, you have to like space, get to the area and erase that. So I'm going to show you a quick example of how you can do this using scripting. Okay, so what I have here, I am creating three different buttons that you can go view and spectate different areas around the map. And so obviously we have view number one, view number two, view number three. Now, in the beginning, I would use three separate text gizmos for each one and just type it in the box. But now, learning to optimize, and I need actually 12 buttons. So since I need 12 buttons, three in the lobby and then three in each one of the spectating areas, that can, if I was doing this last year, that would be 12 different text gizmos. Obviously, we want to optimize. We don't want to use 12 text gizmos, and we don't have to want to write it out every single time. And if we need to make a change, etc., it's a little bit more efficient to just use 4 text gizmos, and we can do that. This is one long text gizmo, but we didn't type everything in manually. We're going to use scripting to make it easier to kind of cookie cutter version and be able to change the different things quicker as well. So that's what this video is all about. So let me go ahead and get into it. Okay, so straight from the beginning, first thing that we want to do is get a text gizmo. So go ahead into the gizmos, take one out, and we'll take out a script. All right, I like to connect them from the get-go, just so I don't forget to connect later. So this is called script. And then as you change the name, it will also change on the object it's attached to. So this will be, we'll just call it test ex for test example, because I already have one here called buttons and it's already working. So I'm just going to do this as an example straight from scratch so you guys can follow along. And you notice if I open the text gizmo up again, it updated to text ex because I changed the script name. It automatically updates. Okay, so here we are. So now I'm running the script on the text gizmo. So it'll be on self once we get to the display. What we're going to do, just to get us started, if this is your first time, we're going to go to variables. And here we're going to pick a string type. This is for what we need to use. And here we're going to put final. I like doing final because usually I make up strings of other strings, concatenating. And it's not a list, it's just one single variable that's a string type, and that's what we get. And let me just show you, okay, without skipping ahead, but showing you what we're doing here. If you go to this actions area, you scroll down, you'll see a display text code blocks. And we're also going to get a set to code block from values. This is really all you need. So we're going to go back to variables and we're going to take the final out and we're going to go to values and we're going to get a string input. So this is an empty thing that we manually have to type something in here. So we're going to just type here, hello. Okay, so now we have set final, which is a text or string to hello. So now final is hello. That's what we're storing final to say hello. And then we get to display something on self. Self is this text gizmo. So because this is the object. So self, we leave that there, and that's representing this text gizmo. If we were using a different text gizmo, like let's say this one, then we would have to add it here as a variable and call it text number 2. And then watch this. I can display S. Right now we just have S in there. We'll just put hi. Actually, we'll put LOL. Because one says hello, one says LOL. So I'm saying display LOL on, instead of self, we're going to display it on text number 2, which is this one right here. And then let me just reset the world. Oh, guess what? My bad. This is standing alone. It's not connected to anything. It doesn't have a script and it's not tied to anything. So this is running the script text ex, right? Because we connected it. And now it's saying, okay, you want me to display LOL on text 2. So what is text 2? I don't know what that is. Text 2 is this text gizmo. So we're going to go open the property panels up. we're going to take this pill here. This is the reference pill. We're going to plug that in. And now there's LOL. All right, so let's reel it back in. So right now, we're saying display LOL on the text2 object, which is this text gizmo. All right, if we change this and we say test, so now we're going to display the string test on text2, which is this one. If we go here and we take self and we put it back to self, it's going to display on this one because this is self. Self is the object that is running the script. So now we have test on both of them. But this one, we can say something else. We can put hello. So hello is on self and test is on self as well. Don't want to get into this, but basically it's executing everything. So it's at first it says test for like a frame, then now it changes to hello. So hello was the last thing. That's what's saying. But that's a different story. We're not talking about that. So let's go and put text2 is displaying hello on text2, which is this one. Display test on self, which is this one. We don't need text2 today, so we're going to delete that. And we're going to delete that. Just kind of showing you if you were not running the script on a text gizmo and but you want to use the same method to display it on a text gizmo, you can do that. Like when a player enters a trigger, you want to grab their name and display it on the text gizmo. That's how you would do it. Okay. So now that we're here, back to square one. We want to set final to hello. So now final represents hello. And then we're going to display, instead of manually typing something here, we're going to display final on self. And now you can see that self has changed to hello. Cool. So now self has changed to hello. And that's what we want. All right. So that's simple. And we can set final to anything. As you can see, we're kind of manually doing it, but the script is running as it's supposed to. So what we're going to do here, instead of setting final to and then something that's not easily changeable unless you go into the script, we can create other variables here. So this is going to be I'm just going to abbreviate here. All right, so we're going to create 3 new variables, string variables. So this will be first. I'm going to have a first, second, and third because I have 3 buttons. But each button is going to say something different for each spectating area that it's at, right? All right, so I have first, second, and third. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add. So now final is going to be set to first plus second plus third. And then we're going to set display whatever this equals. We're going to is final, and we're going to display final, which is the final result of first, second, and third on self. As you can see, nothing is being displayed because there's nothing here. Everything is empty. But if I put HELLO, it's going to add HE plus LL plus O. HE plus LL plus O is going to be final. And we're going to display final, which is now hello on self. So there it is, as you can see. So we're adding it together. If we put space, so I put I space am space I am recording. All right, so I am recording, and then we're doing I plus am plus recording is set to final, and we're displaying, you have to display final on self. I am recording. There we go. Okay, so now to show you how I'm doing it like this, which is exactly what we just done here. But instead of typing it in here, we're not going to type it in the script itself. We're going to leave these empty because I want to use the same script for multiple buttons. So we're going to leave those empty. And now anything that we attach the script to, where did my Gizmo go? There it is. Okay, so we can just open up the property panels of the text gizmo and we can put it here. So I have view 1, view 2, view 3. Let's make the next one, which would be, the next one would be view 2, lobby, and then view, all right, so we're going to do view 2. The middle is going to say lobby. And then I'll put a space. Make sure I put a space after here. And the third one is going to say view 3. Okay, so this is how it breaks down. Obviously, I don't have any buttons. Go. So it'd be something like that, right? View 2, lobby, view 3. The spacing is not great, so you can either add spacing in here, which is a lazy way to do it, but it's also can be quick. All right, so I have a little bit more spacing, maybe one more space after lobby and one more space after view 2. Maybe 2 more spaces. All right. Okay. That's close enough for the example. Obviously, you might have different use cases, but I just want to show you. So now we just have one text gizmo, and in here in the properties, because these are the variable strings that we created, we can type anything and it will update here dynamically. So now this is for spectating area number 1. So now I want spectating area number 2, which it's going to say view 1, lobby, and view 3. So I can just duplicate it. And now over here, we're going to open this one. This is for, again, view area number 2. So we're going to put here instead of number 2, because we are in number 2, we're going to put number 1. And then we'll reset. And now we have view 1, lobby, view 3. So this is view 2, lobby, view 3, view 1, lobby, view 3. And now we're going to do it one more time for the third viewing area. And the third viewing area, we're going to have view 1, lobby, view 2. So we'll just go over here and change this to view 2. And perfect. Now I have all 3 that can go out there. Obviously, this video is just teaching you how to use scripting for text gizmo. So now we have 1 text gizmo, 2, 3, and then 4. So we only use 4 text gizmo versus if you were to do this manually, you would use 12 text gizmos, so 3 times as much. And you would go ahead and type it in here like this, view 1, and now you have view 1. So you would do that, and then so basically this is a much more efficient way, and it's also a way to optimize your world, to go ahead and use less text gizmos, and then it's easier to handle and change, and you don't have to go into each one of these. You leave this empty, as you can see here. You don't have to like type and you have a whole paragraph in here, because you can do that, and I have done that before. For a couple months, I think I used to do that, where I would just type all this manually out into one text gizmo to save on capacity. But this is just a simple way to show you, again, how you can do it. This is the one that I am using. As you can see, everything is exactly the same as we just did. It's very simple, except I added a font. So over here, I added a font so we can get this styled look. There's different fonts, and I also added size as well. So you can add things like that. I'm not going to cover that stuff in this video. If you want another video for that, I can. Video has a great asset in the asset library that shows you all the different things you can do with text. So go check that out. And yeah, that's it for this video. So just want to show you how you guys can optimize using a little bit of scripting to optimize your text gizmos. All right. Thank you guys for watching.